Hey everybody, this is Split King Gamer. Welcome back to Let's Play Kirby's Return to Dreamland. In the last part, we saw the ending to the main story and pretty much did nothing else after that. I'll explain my general thoughts on the game. But as I said, we're not done yet because it turns out that after you get 50 of the energy spheres and beat the main story, you will unlock extra mode, which is essentially a more difficult version of the main story. And that's basically what we're going to be tackling because I haven't beaten this side story in about a decade, and that's what we're going to do. Now, I am going to be skipping this cutscene because generally it's the exact same story, but it's a little bit harder. Because once you've gotten through the main story and you've beaten the game, you kind of already know where everything is going to go. Now, you may notice by Kirby's health bar, you can tell that its health bar is a bit lower than it was in the main story. From what I read, it basically cuts down about like 40% of your health from the original main story. And the stages, I've heard, are supposed to be a little bit more difficult and the enemies are slightly larger. But I think because I already unlocked everything in the main story, I don't think I'll need to go through much detail. So we'll spot the differences when we see them, but now I just gotta make sure that the only thing that matters to me is that I won't focus so much on the energy sphere, because since extra mode's a little bit more difficult, the thing that's gonna matter to me is just staying alive at this point. So yeah, we can see that the Waddle Dees are a bit bigger, and we do have to go through the tutorial again. So there's not really much to talk about, but obviously, like I said, when we get to the main differences, we'll get through the main differences when we see them in regards of basically, we also see that the stars are a bit different as there are a lot more holes in them, as compared to the full stars that we saw. But yeah, so essentially it's going through the tutorial again, while the enemies are slightly larger. And because this is more difficult, I have to make sure I don't make the careless mistakes that I've made in the main story. Oh yeah, and in extra mode, the bosses are also harder. It's the same bosses, but they're going to be slightly different. Ah, well there's a difference right there. Yeah, there's also new enemy placements here, but not anything that's too challenging. Alright, now like I said, in regards to the energy and spheres in extra mode, if I do happen to miss any energy spheres, rather than just wasting my time and going back, I'm just going to collect them off screen, because then it'll give me time to basically restock on lives, because if the bosses are going to be much harder, then I'm going to need all the lives that I can get. Oh, there's also a little crown for the extra lives now. So I probably would assume that the energy spheres are in the same spots than they were last time. Alright. Oh, Jesus! The enemies that contain the Ultra abilities are massive compared to what they were in the main game. But like I said, usually it's mostly just going through the same beats and points that we did in the main story. So it should mostly be the same path aside from larger enemy placements and just new enemies altogether. Yeah, nice try. Nope! Alright. Oh, and there's even a different sky because it was basically blue, but that's purple. Okay, where are we going? Up, down, left, or... Okay, right. Oh, and I think it's faster now. Oh wait, and because I said the bosses are harder, I guess that also means the spear doomers are going to be harder too. Oh yeah, this thing's much faster than it was in the main game. Okay. Alright. Alright. I'm gonna go with fire. Okay, I haven't taken any help. Alright. Let's see what we got. Okay, so the bosses... Oh, wow. This Spear Doomer is a lot more menacing than it was before. And you will see on the top that the Spear Doomer, it's still the same, except that it has the distinction of saying Spear Doomer EX. Likely stands for extra. Oh, yeah, it's much different because now there's a wavier pattern than there was, like, if it's going in a straight line. Oh, Jesus. And even some of the black hole, too. So, yeah. So there's definitely some key differences with some of the bosses. So, yeah, there's a lot more tactics to think about when going up against the Spear Doomers than there was in the main game. And it's much easier to lose health this time around. But we still managed to beat it, but if you saw from the main game, the Spear Doomers are not going to be as easy to beat as they were in the regular game. So yeah, so right away we've already spotted some key differences in extra mode from the main, compared to the main game in just the first stage alone. Now I just gotta go through the whole thing multiple times over. Alright. Alright, so we've gone through stage 1. And since we know how many levels there are in every stage, we know how long this is going to take. And like I said, if I miss any energy spheres, I'll just go back off screen to get them. Riding on the Warp Star. It's still just calm and relaxing when you go through the stage. Alright. There's a cutter ability. Okay, did not mean to do that. Alright, let's see. Wait, I think I hit something. Alright, there's a cannon. So hopefully now that I have a little bit more experience in this game and know exactly what to do, I hopefully won't make any won't make careless mistakes that I did before. Alright, that was only the first one. Alright. Okay, it's a good thing I got rid of it. Let's see something. Okay, I basically looked up something up for this game, is that apparently if you go to some sort of section, I don't remember what stage it was on, but it's somewhere here on the first level in that you could basically find the house insignia somewhere. I might be an idiot, but probably have to look it up if I try to find it. Oh boy, boss. Because you saw with the Spear Doomer, then the mini bosses in this game are also going to be a little bit harder. So our first instance is Gigantic Edge Extra. Yep, that's one key difference, is that instead of just going with one attack, Giant Edge will then turn around and go for a second. And he'll even go for a second 4 slashes. So yeah, so if you see him from above the Spear Doomer and Gigantic Axe, the mini bosses are going to be a little bit tougher because of the new patterns that they add. Okay, so it looks like we missed one again, but like I said, I'm not going to worry about it because given how much harder Extra Mode is, the only thing that's going to matter to me is just staying alive. And if I miss any energy spears, I'll just go back and get it off screen. Because since I pretty much already unlocked everything in the main game by collecting all the energy spheres, I'm not going to torture myself to just try to go back and get them all again. So since we're only 12 minutes in, we can just jump right into stage 3, and I think we might be able to breeze through this first level. Alright. Oh shit, that spark ability. Okay, that was stupid of me. Ah, so it'll just give me the spark ability. Alright. Oh, you can even do it while floating! Wow, that's pretty good to know. Alright. Come on. Oh, fucker. Alright. See, I think when you're not worried about getting the energy spears too much, it's just a lot more easier to just stay calm and be able to think things through. Oh wait, it's not gonna matter because enemies respawn. Alright. Yeah, so even though the cannons respawn, and that's oh, so even when I hit them, they don't basically attack me. Oh, okay. Alright, well, I wasn't going to get that one, but like I said, I'm not going to worry about it too much since I already got everything in the main game. And like I said, because extra mode is going to be more difficult than the main game, the only thing that's going to matter to me is just getting to the end of the stage without dying too many times. So if there's any energy spheres that I miss, I'll just go and get them off screen. Alright. Okay, I didn't know they could do that. Well, obviously it must be new, because that must be part of extra mode then. I think it might have been this stage where you can find the house. Well, again, I might be crazy. Oh. The rocks take out the enemies for me. I think I might be crazy, but maybe I go no. Alright. Out of here. Invincibility lollipop! You know, it's kind of interesting that we haven't really seen this power-up in a long time. Maybe it's in there, or... I'll probably have to look it up off screen. got hit by an enemy, but I took back some of the health I lost. Alright. Got the Monster Flame, which I accidentally called the Master Flame. I don't know when, but... Burn, baby, burn! Like I said, even though the Ultra Sword is more iconic, the Monster Flame is my personal favorite Ultra ability in the game. Okay, so it looks like the platforms are moving up and down, whereas I think in the main game they were more stationary. There, just so I have a little bit more wiggle room. Alright. I remember up, down, left, right. Right! Okay. Okay, so it looks like we're not going to get through the stage. So in the next part, we are going to take on the next Spear Doomer with the good old Spark ability. See you guys next time. Bye.